Good afternoon. This is Ron Brown. It is Sunday afternoon. What is this date? I don't even know. It's the 29th. We're on lockdown, of course, like many of you are. So I just want to show you a couple of things that I'm working on with HGSI. And these are new fields that Matt put in for me. And it's just an additional thing to help us find stocks when there's no VPA flag available. By the way, I'm recording this on a high definition monitor, a 4K monitor, and I'm going to show you that the quality can be decent on a 4K monitor. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just show you. This is going to be a very, very short video. What Matt has given me is the VPA spread, the VPA volume, and the VPA close. And what this enables me to do is go into HGSI, and this is all experimental, as you can see. You're not going to have these for a while until I'm happy with them. And these are formulas directly from Wyckoff. These concepts date back 100 years, and they are still valid. Now, in HGSI, we, of course, have the VPA flags over here and so on, but these green bars are in a part of the program. They're a visual filter back test, and what I did is I just created a very quick chart, and whenever these conditions occur, down here a green line is drawn. But the reason I added a group line in this chart is that it's even though you're getting some potential signals here, it's very, very difficult to trade against the group, so I don't recommend it. Now, I could put moving averages in here too, but for now I just want to keep this chart very, very simple. So what I'm doing is I am I did create a filter, and these may be refined. The way I built the filter is if the VPA spread equals above average or the VPA spread equals wide, if either one of these conditions occur, then they're going to pass the screen. And then here are some other things in here too, which I'm not going to talk about right now because those may change. So what we're looking at right here is the spread. Remember, I had two conditions in there. It can be wide or above average. That's what the OR statement is about. So if I get either one of these and then apply a combo ranking, and my combo ranking is I created a new one, higher volume, wider spread at the close. Let's just take a quick look at that combo. And what I did is I balanced these equally. VPA volume, VPA spread, and VPA close. So the stocks which best fit this combination of the three new fields in HGSI are going to come to the top of the list. So A10 Networks just happens to be at the top of the list. And what do we have here? We have a VPA spread, VPA volume, and VPA close. And they're wide, very high, very high. There's no VPA signal. So this is a good example because the last signal was a transfer of ownership, and that would have been on Thursday. And before that, there was another transfer of ownership. So if A10 Networks meets these three requirements, it's going to show up here, and it's going to be driven to the top by the combo. So if I click on this and you look over here, you can see these green lines because I'm transferring what's in the filter over to this chart. And let's go back here and look at this again. Didn't want that. What I wanted was this: the spread, the volume, and the close. So we go up here. The volume's very high, the spread's very high, and the close is very high. So these fields correspond with this chart. And whenever these conditions are met here, and they're met or they wouldn't be passing the filter, we're going to get a green bar. So back here on this date, these same conditions were met. We also had a VPA flag, but what I'm looking to do with these original Wyckoff scans is to find the days when there is no VPA flag, but yet the conditions are met. Now on this day, the conditions were met. We also had a test for supply. Up the next day, here's a day where the conditions of this screen were met, but there is no VPA flag. The conditions were not met here, but on Friday they were met again, and no VPA flag there. So that's the whole purpose of my experimenting with this. I just started doing this today. I don't know where it's going to take me, but I think something very good will come out of this. Let's go to another one here. I don't want the zeros because there are VPA flags on those days, so I want to go back and look at stocks where the signals are kind of old. Let's go down here to Live Nation. Okay, I had Live Nation in front of me. What did I do with it? There it is down at number 19. Okay, so I'm going to double click on it, and you can see that when the market was falling, some of these conditions were met, but the group was falling. Now that the group is turned, you can see we had a VPA stopping volume here. This is a confirmation of strength seen returning. Nothing on this day, but on this day, the conditions of this new filter that I put together were met, which means that the VPA spread was wide, volume was high, and the close was high. But I can do this. I can click on this bar directly, look up here, see volume was high, spread was wide, and the close was, let's see, what was it? It was just mid. But remember, close is not part of the filter. What I'm looking for are, I'm just looking really at the spread. So you're going to have some days where the spread generates a signal, but the close may be in the mid and so on. But look at this one. There's an effort to rise, effort to rise. Here's another signal and another signal yet. So that's one of the things I'm working on, and I've gotten into the filters a couple of times, or I'm working on 2 different filters, and I'm going to see how successful this is, and I'm going to continue to work through the Wyckoff filter list until I'm comfortable, and then I'll start releasing these filters to my Insider Club members. Thank you for listening. I wanted to keep it short, and just to give you a preview of what I'm working on during the coronavirus shutdown.